Okay, so I will say good evening to my friends here because it is 6:15 here in the evening in the Austin area. So I'm going to talk about a few things today, but mainly the point of this video is to test out this new microphone I got. I had a microphone for years that I bought off of Amazon for like, I don't know, $5 back in the day, and that thing was just a champ. I used it for, like I said, years, and it finally broke on me. The last video I did, or it might be two ago, I'm not sure at this point, on the Aprilia RSV4 factory test ride. After I got back, I realized the audio was gone. I checked the mic, and this is a lavalier mic that I had wired to the Insta360 camera, and then, into my helmet, so it was on a wire. And what happened over the years, I guess, the wire got stretched and pulled, and it kind of came apart. It wasn't the microphone itself that broke. It was just the wiring connection to the microphone broke somewhere along the line. So what ended up happening is my Insta360 just recorded everything with its own external microphone, which is outside my helmet, and it was a mess. So I had to do some voiceover, excuse me, for that video. So I said, well, that microphone doesn't really owe me anything. It's had it for years. And like I said, it was only $5 or something like that. So this one here is from a company called Newer, N-E-E-W-E-R, like Newer or Newer. I don't know how they do it, but it's always interesting. These Chinese companies make these gadgets and they give them really funky names. So I've got, this one was just like $9 and change. There was even a coupon. Brought it down to $8 plus the tax. I would say it was like $9 and change at the end of the day, and it came in a box with two mics, as you can see here. So that's pretty cool. So if one of them breaks, I got a spare, and if it lasts me years, amazing. So I'm out here testing this mic. I don't know what it sounds like until I get home and editing, and I will. Unless it sounds completely crap, horrible, I will make the video even if it's not that good, just so you can see what it sounds like. So just to kind of give myself something to talk about, let's make this turn here first. Bullock Road. This is a nice road. So speaking of Chinese gadgets, here's another one right in front of me here. This is a Chigee AI05. Ooh. And I got this a while ago. Down in the description, if you're interested in this, I have a video series on this where I went from quad lock to this. And I made 3 separate videos because the first video was just talking about the quad lock and what kind of problems I've had with it and why I'm switching. The second video was to talk about this mount, because on the RS the GPS mount comes down here on the handlebars, whereas the GS and the XR and probably the F900 GS and those guys, they come with their mounts already up here. So I actually had to buy a mount from MotoMate, which is a really cool company, and I like their mount the best just for the simplicity and the style. It just looked really nice, wasn't too expensive. So the second video is about me putting that mount, like how do you put it on the bike itself, in case you do have an RS and you want to do what I did. And then the third video is all about this Chigee AI05 and all the things it can do. One of the things that they don't even advertise, and I found out on my own, which is really cool, was I make a lot of maps when I go with my friends. I map out our trip, and I use Google Maps, and I use waypoints. And when you get to a waypoint in Google Maps asks you to touch the button to continue. And when my phone used to be here with the quad lock, I'd end up, you know, while I'm driving or riding, I should say, I'm trying to hit the button. Sometimes I miss it because I'm not, you know, I'm moving. And it would shut the map off or send me back to the beginning. It was such a pain in the butt. So with this Chigee unit now, when it gets up on top, you probably can't see it, but there's a red thing here on top that says voice, and then there's another one that says go. When you're in a maps with waypoints, that go button turns to continue. So you can use your multi-controller here, or the whiz wheel on the side, to actually just touch the whiz wheel, just push it into the to the right. So you just push it this way, and it continues for you. And it just no fuss. It makes my Google Map journey so much better. But that's not the main point, obviously, of this Chigee. It's for CarPlay and being able to use your music and phones and maps and all kinds of stuff. So it's definitely worth it, in my opinion. And I've had a few friends that have bought them, and they love them too. So if you're interested in this, I do have a 10% code down in the description. You can use at checkout on their website. You just go to the discount code is Texas2Tires, no spaces, just like the name of the channel, and they'll give you 10% off of the products on their site. And they have the newer one now. This is the 5. So this is the 5-inch, which I really like for this bike because it's compact. Then they have the AIO 6, which is the 6-inch, which is bigger, and I think that I don't think that would really look good on this RS because it'd be kind of too big. Just my opinion, but it looks great on the GS and the other bikes that you know have the mount up top and you have more room. So you don't have a lot of room here with this RS. And you also get 10% off of those. And they have the AIO 6 has a couple other features. You can have cameras. You can get extra with it, and they, you know, one is mounted on the front, one on the back, and it's hooked into this. And then the other one is, I think the AIO 6 can actually hook up through Bluetooth to your Insta360 camera, and will actually show you on the screen what your camera is seeing. So for people that do, you know, moto vlogs or want to see what they're actually filming, that's pretty cool. But again, discount code is in the description below, so check that out. Oh, let me get my lid up here. Continuing on with our journey. Look at this view. This is great. Unfortunately, you probably won't be able to see it on the camera like I can see it, but it's quite a view. This is 2222, Route 2222. This guy's riding with his brakes on down the hill. What's going on, man? Let's go. Alright, and for those of you that follow BMW news, there was a couple of things in the news this past week that I thought was kind of fun or silly. First one was the electric bike that BMW makes called the CE. They have a new one. It's actually not a new one. It's a concept thing. It's not available for purchase or anything like that. It's called the CE Vision, I believe is the name. And it has a roll cage and a seat with like a seat belt. And they advertise it as the kind of motorcycle that, well, I don't know if they actually call it a motorcycle, but it's got two wheels. It's self-balancing, so it doesn't fall over. And with the roll cage, self-balancing, and the seat belts, they advertise it as the, you know, wear anything kind of bike. You don't need a helmet. You don't need to wear gear, although I would still wear a helmet. You can still get T-boned and thrown off that thing, or have it smash on the ground and have your head ricochet off the ground. So I would probably still wear a helmet. And it's modular. You can put all kinds of like storage devices on it, and all kinds of junk on the roll bar cage thing. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of silly. If I was gonna pack up and needed to carry a bunch of things or change things, I would just buy a GS. But I don't know. What do you guys think of this thing? And then the other bit of news was BMW together with, forgive me off the top of my head, I don't remember, but it's a motorcycle Builder, I believe, donated a custom R18 Intercontinental, I believe is what it's called, with all the bags, and the Pope signed it, and they're going to auction it off to raise money for something to do with Madagascar, I think, feeding kids or something, you know, some noble cause. But my first initial thought when I saw that and read what was going on, I said, man, they should have made a white GSA or a M1000RR all white. They would have got a lot more money for it for the auction. I don't know who's going to want to buy an R18 unless they, you know, have a lot of cash and they just want to buy it as a piece of art with the Pope's signature on it. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. Just entering onto one of my favorite little roads called Spicewood Springs. I like going on this. Nice little curvy road. I think it's about 7 miles long. Or maybe not even that long. That's long enough to have fun. So to kind of wrap this up, if you like the sound of this microphone, this newer, brand name newer, I guess, microphone, don't forget you get 2 of them in a box for about $9 and change. I'm going to put an affiliate link in my description below for this mic, and the affiliate link basically means if you click on that to buy it, it doesn't cost you any more money, but the seller in Amazon will throw me a few pennies for suggesting it. The pennies exactly, it's about 40 cents. So get out there and buy hundreds of them and give them to all your friends. I'm just kidding. But yeah, if you like it, do me a solid and hit that affiliate link and I'll get 40 cents. Thank you. That got dark quick in here. Get my sun visor off. Alright, well, that's it, folks. I'm going to close this down. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't already, notifications when I come out with a new video. Thumbs up, share it, all that great stuff. Love it, appreciate it. And that's it. We'll see you next time. Later.